The live fish truck's gate slammed open, and tens of thousands of pounds of fat fish rushed into the clear water, splashing like crazy. Looking at the brand new fish pond, I wiped the muddy water off my face. Zhao Guifa wants to cut off my money? Not a chance. But before I could toss in the last bit of feed, a harsh screech of brakes came from behind me. The car door was kicked open with a bang, and Zhao Guifa came rushing over, panting, his face red with anger. Chen Shuming, you bastard! Who gave you the guts to touch the fish in that pond? Where's my equipment? Where are my tens of thousands of pounds of fish? You cleared it all out overnight. Director Zhao, you can eat whatever you want, but you can't just say whatever you want. What do you mean, your fish? I bought the fry, I fed them, and I paid for all that equipment out of my own pocket. How is taking my own stuff away stealing? Bullshit. That pond belongs to the village collective. Anything raised in that pond belongs to the village. Now haul those fish back right now and put them back exactly where they were, or I'm calling the cops today. Call the cops? Fine, go ahead. When they get here, they can judge who's right and see what law says a tenant can't move out early. Chen, what you're doing isn't right. We officially notified you yesterday about the rent increase. Now you've emptied the pond on your own and didn't even leave a wire behind. What's the next contractor supposed to do? This is malicious destruction of village property. More importantly, your actions have made it impossible for the village to lease out the pond normally next year, causing us serious expected income losses. From a legal standpoint, you're fully liable. Not only do you have to return the fish and equipment, you also have to compensate a 60,000 wen for lost rent. Chen, I'm telling you, don't push this too far. If this goes to court, you couldn't pay it back even if you went bankrupt. With just a few words, he dressed up robber logic like it was justice. They wanted to steal my hard-earned money, yet somehow I was the one who owed them. When Zhao Guifa heard his brother-in-law bring up the law, he instantly got bold. You hear that? The college kid knows the law. If you don't hand over the fish and equipment today, plus pay another 60,000 wen in damage, this isn't over. You want to talk law with me? You want to talk contract? Come here, college boy. Open your eyes and read this carefully. Upon expiration or early termination of the contract, Party B shall return the main body of the fish pond. The aquatic products raised in the pond, as well as machinery and equipment purchased by Party B, shall be disposed of by Party B and shall not be included as village collective assets. Chen Shuming, don't get too cocky. Even if the equipment counts as yours, the fish grew up drinking the village's water. If you take even one fish, that's transferring collective property. According to the law, the fish depend on the pond to survive, so they're inseparable attachments. Ha ha ha, inseparable. I drain the water and the fish are still jumping around in my truck. You call that inseparable? I pay you 28,000 a year for that water. I bought the fry myself. I carried in bag after bag of feed myself. Now you're telling me the fish belong to the village? So when the cabbages in your field are fully grown, everyone in the village can come cut a couple, right? The argument was so loud, and with over a dozen live fish trucks driving into the mountains, villagers from the neighboring town and locals who came to watch had already gathered around. Everybody, come judge this. I, Chen Shuming, contracted this village's muddy old pond for 3 years. I paid 28,000 wen in rent every year, and I paid 28,000 yen in rent and never missed a single day. Now that the pond is making money, Director Zhao brings his college-educated brother-in-law over and demands the rent be raised to 60,000. 60,000? That's robbery. That lousy mud pond sat abandoned for over 10 years, and nobody wanted it. Now that he's making money, they're jealous. Shut up, all of you. This is the village committee's decision. What the hell does it have to do with you? Director Zhao, yesterday in the yard, you said it yourself. If I don't agree, then give up the pond. Don't be too ruthless, and let the village get a piece of the pie. Those were your exact words. Since you told me to give up the pond, I gave it up nice and clean. I drained the water, took apart the equipment, and didn't leave a single fish behind. I returned that lousy mud pond to the village exactly as it was. I call that fully following the village's arrangement. Director Zhao, what else are you unhappy about?